Good morning, everyone. We are from Group 15 and would like to present about convenient logistics in rural area. I'm Rizki Prayitno and I will be with my friend.
Hi, my name is Mukem Arseem, metric number 243774.
Here is the outline. The first one, we are to cover the introductions of convenient logistics in rural area, and then we would like to also cover the challenges. And the third one is transportation and supply chain management. The fourth one is technology involvement. The fifth one is inventory management, and the last but not least is customer service. But beforehand, what is convenience stores? Based on the Ogawa, convenience store is a retail store providing basic needs of customers such as food and home appliances who shop in 1 hour. And based on the National Associations of Convenience Stores or NICS, convenience store is a retail enterprise located in a nearby area that sells primary needs like foods, beverages, and gasoline. Also, based on the NICS, a convenience store must fulfill the following components. The first one is the store area is not more than 5,000 square feet. The second one is the parking lot is off-street or having a pedestrian walk. The third one is operating 24 hours in 7 days. The fourth one is having at least 500 SKU. And the last but not least is selling a wide range of products, including foods and beverages and tobacco. On the other hand, logistics is defined by Christopher as the management processes of transporting and warehousing of goods from the producers to buyers. Logistics can often be interchangeable with transport, as transportation costs are accounted for 40% of logistic costs. So the logistics for convenience stores is called as convenience logistics. And according to Grampian Regional Council, rural retailers have identified characteristics. The first one is sole proprietorships or self-employed persons who individually have and operate the business. And the second one is rely on the part-time staff. The third one is long opening hours. The fourth one is sell a wide range of groceries. And the fifth one is to rely on wholesalers. And the last but not least is have aging infrastructure.
Currently, Thai government is paying more attention on the transportation system because they want to upgrade and develop the transportation system in Thailand to become the transportation hub in ASEAN community for the for make more confident for the those who want to invest in Thailand. Nowadays, Thailand transportation system is facing the problem they cannot fulfill the needs of user. As Thailand still use the road transportation in the main transportation, more than 18%, and they transport it by cargo and lorry using the same road with the travel of the people. That it make the traffic congestion problem. In rural area of Thailand, the transportation system is the standard level. Infrastructure development is continue to slow because of the government. They pay more attention on the infrastructure to benefit to the capitalist or industrial without not paying attention on the people who living on the rural area. For example, they build a new road connecting to the industrial zone, but they don't have the bus stop. That's why people they are not live for the public transport. They prefer to use the personal vehicle. Then they make the development on infrastructure of logistics in rural area continue to slow.
The activities on convenient logistics in rural area, there are several challenges. Research by Patterson and his friends shown that there are four factors causing cost inefficiency in rural retailing. The first one is geographical isolations. The second one is unfavorable cost structures. The third one is out shopping, and the last but not least is restricted population catchments. And at the end, it will causes inefficiency and pressured trading conditions, constructions of retail stocks, and the last but not least is negative repercussions of local populations. The first challenge is poor infrastructures and geographic isolations. Oftentimes, rural area is surrounded by geographical obstacles such as mountain or rivers and can only be accessed by unpaved dirt roads. Typically, it turns into a bumpy off-road in the rainy seasons. With these conditions, the transportation of convenient logistics is then restricted by narrow choices of fleets, notably only by small trucks or smaller vehicles. The second challenge is lack of professional logistics service provider. Compared to big cities, the majority of logistics operators in rural areas are small to medium-sized companies with less experience. Moreover, rural logistics have relatively low freight volumes, complicating to achieve efficiency that leads to increased transportation costs and also not intensively developed companies. Also, limited number of competitors cannot develop competitiveness in terms of cost and service. And the last but not least is lack of recent technology applications. Nowadays, technology have become part of human life, not only urban but also rural communities. Through the utilizations of technology, all process and convenience logistics pipeline, such as forecasting demand, planning the procurement, purchasing and payment, transportations, warehousing, and inventory managements, as well as distributions, can be optimized, which will increase efficiency and further, it can lower logistics costs and selling prices. But what are four important aspects on rural convenient logistics? The first one is transportation and supply chain management. In Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, logistics costs can increase up to 40% of initial purchasing prices. As such, in Indonesia, infrastructure disparities between western and eastern part of Indonesia create a cost gap of goods. For example, 1 liter bottle of water costs 5,000 in Jakarta, while in Pegunungan Tengah and Jayapura, which are located in Papua, it costs 15,000 and 25,000 respectively. Furthermore, the involvement of technologies is also crucial in developing convenient logistics in rural area. For example, barcode can be used to automatically do the inventory management instead of counting the inventory manually. Also, there is a thing called a crowd procurement. Some rural stores find success in partnering with the neighboring stores in a nearby town to increase the size of their orders and then share the delivery. Most times, larger independent stores in a neighboring town will allow smaller stores to order groceries through them at a minimum markup for the larger stores. That can be a win-win solution for both stores. The last but not least is online payment. Over 55% of Indonesian population is connected to the internet, and it's quite large numbers to transform into digital wallet. In Indonesia, they have e-wallet like GoPay, the one owned by Gojek, OVO, Dana, Shopee Pay, and so on. The importance of online payment are not only track the money in and out easily, but also can be used to offering loans
The
in
first one is inventory management system. Efficiency of inventory management will provide easy to access the product for the rural area. Due to the remoteness of the area, this, it will take time to transport the good from the production site to the rural area. Having a warehouse is the absolute necessary. Mostly the warehousing in the rural area using ABC analysis. That's why there are no shortage of the product that prevent the many of problem may arise. The second one is the customer service. Logistic convenient for the people who live in the rural area. It reduce the social and transportation inequality between urban life and rural life. Bringing in the demand good to the rural area is not only convenient for the rural people, but it also is open up the market for the seller, for they have the market for them product. Example of investment to the rich market in the rural area is the CP-ON Public Limited Company. The, bringing in the 7-Eleven, the major from the city to the rural area. CP-ON investment to the transport and supply goods and services to the rural area. They are same accessibility with the people who live in the city, but only thing different is the type of product and services. The invest of CP-ON, a company, they are building the sub-branch 7-Eleven convenience store in the different area in the rural area. And then they supply the product and the services to that branch that make the easy easy to access for the people in rural area to access the product and the services. The example of product and service. In 7-Eleven store, they have a lot of products such as the food, the drink, snack, mm, the daily product and necessary use. They are also have the counter service. Uh, People who living in the rural area can pay the electricity bill, water bill. They no need to go to the office sector to pay those bills. The logistics facility in the rural area it is challenging for both government and the private sector to develop the quality. The development is not only benefit to the government and the private sector, but the real benefit is would be the rural people. Investing and developing logistic infrastructure, bringing the technology, supply the goods and services in the rural area is another solution for the inequality of the city and the rural people's problem.